Hi, my name is Brecken, and this tutorial is going to be about a couple of hip twists and how they can be used toward isolating your torso from your hips so that you can stabilize and have a little more efficiency with your prop when you're moving around the ground. Alright, so I'm going to start sitting on the ground. I'm going to put my right foot over my left, and they're making like a 90-degree X. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by first off squaring my shoulders so that you can support yourself better. And I'm going to reach around back here behind myself, and the hand is going to be pretty close to you. And just practice shifting your weight into it. Something that's going to help that is to make sure, again, that your shoulder isn't like this. You want to be able to keep it close to you so you can really lift onto it. And also to be able to practice falling into your hand so that the hand is kind of catching your weight. And in a way, it's kind of like teaching your hand how to be a foot. It's like you're walking, you're catching yourself all the time. It's the same. And the pathway that you're falling down is kind of like a spiral staircase. So, step 2. After you're falling down into here and you're comfortable with that, you can take this other hand and just for now reach a little bit so it's close to the other hand. Then switch your legs. And you'll notice when this gets a little more dynamic, the arms will span out a bit more in these slopes, and you might find that the arm is leading such that your head is pulled as well, so you're not going to look down and reach. It's going to be more of a, so that the gaze is pulled around. And the other arm coming up goes up that slope. Okay, so I'm pretty new at staff, but I would assume that being able to keep your top half still at times is really going to be useful. So instead of, for example, taking your whole body and moving it around, if you are able to do your torso first and then switch and go, that's probably going to help you out. So I'll try to demo. But so right here. Yeah!
Nice. Woohoo!
So going back to this position, you might find that another issue you'll encounter is if you keep on keeping your legs pinched together, it works, but it's just not going to be as dynamic because your legs are separate and your feet are separate. So there's going to be a shift in the weight transfer between each foot, and you want to give them their independence, basically. So for that, I would kind of encourage this sort of posture. It's a little like unladylike, but it works. And then just practice being able to pivot on each foot, because when you shift over this way, most of your weight is going to be on this one. And when you shift over this way, most of your weight is going to be on this one, and you'll get a kind of cross there.
Nice.
And so where you can also go from there is this same reach that you're doing, where you're spilling down this spiral staircase. You can then, you can go back to seated, or you could really make it into a spiral staircase such that when the arm swings down, this planted arm becomes the center of that staircase, and the other arm can swoop around. So maybe you might want to be able to connect the two such that you can start here, swing around, go around the staircase, and then again, twist yourself down. If you're reaching back, you're going to be going forward around the staircase. And if you're reaching forward, you're going to be going backward around the staircase. And it just kind of blends together with the floor pretty well. Okay, so with the hoop. When you're approaching the ground, you might have noticed that this position is not fully standing, but it's close enough. So what I notice people do sometimes in approaching the ground is they'll spiral down and then they'll bring their leg in this very kind of linear fashion, you know. But the hip twist is really useful when you come down, spiral staircase, and twist your hips into that space. And that way, you know, your top half stayed very still. And you go on, you know.
Yeah.
So this thing, you're gonna spiral. Spiral, twist.
Yeah. Nice.